This year is Division 2. So what I'm going to do now is I'll do the results, and if we could just get a little comment on each game, because you've seen all these teams at least once this year and sometimes twice, and you might give us a little bit more insight. Okay, the first game results last week at Prince Alfred. It was Prince Alfred 6-9-45 going down to Flinders Park 10-8-68.
Flinders come to us today, or we go to Flinders today. Both reasonable sides, both very good outside. Flinders will have a good look at today and see where they are at.
Yep. Okay. Next one was, well, you could tell us a fair bit about this one. Portland 17-24. Piss poor kicking, but 126, but a lot of opportunities, obviously. Eastern Park 14-10-94.
Three-quarter time, 72 points up. Had five guys crook all week. Put them in deep out of position. They kicked the last 7 goals of the game. They're good footballers, Wilson, and they got their hands on the ball, won the clearances and cut us up, kicked 7 straight.
How many points up?
70.
And you lost?
No, won by 32 or something.
Really?
Yeah.
It's all right.
No, but we probably protected a few. I had 3 guys off with carrying injuries, 4 guys crook, so no, it's a good win.
And that's it, when you see these scores, it doesn't always tell the actual story of the game, I find. So,
yeah.
Okay. Yep. Next one.
We had to do a little bit of coaching.
Yep. I think we'll be right now, thanks, Ross.
No, Tim.
Rightio, next one, Adelaide Uni 9-11-65, too good for Old Ignatius 7-12-54.
Yeah, surprising how close that game was. A lot of good footballers running around for Uni. Iggy's have got that big height down the forward line, so yeah, no, I was a bit surprised how close that game was.
Again, it's a low scoring game, perhaps Iggy's kicked the last few or whatever, but we all tipped Uni and we thought they'd win.
Yeah, good side Uni.
We all tipped you as well. One thing we didn't do is we didn't all tip Flinders Park last week, I don't think. So
okay, well that doesn't matter, not many people like them.
Now, a game I did tip.
I did.
Thanks, Dave. The game I did tip correctly, and my tips were up crap last week, because I only got
Not
the one
wrong.
in Div 1. Oh, Div 1 you couldn't pick them.
Yeah, I did.
Walkerville 10-12-72, Port Districts 11-13-79.
Yeah, crack of a game by the looks of it. No John Cock too, running around for Port Districts last week, so not sure what went on there, because we played him the week before and he was reasonable without being outstanding.
Puka played pretty good game, and McDowell.
Yeah, McDowell's flying.
Mm.
He's a hard man to match up on, probably just under 6 foot, really smart, good body, and he just does.
Why isn't he at the league club?
He's been there, done that, I think.
Has he?
Yeah, I think he played a bit of league football for the Magpies.
No.
Now, next one, I was going to ask you, you might be able to have 4 games in one day. Is that a four-treller? Is that what you call it in football terms?
Yeah, you'd have to, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
I think so.
that's right. You pick 4 horses, it's 4
Yeah, I
trailer.
don't think there's an actual term for it in footy, because you don't see it in that AFL. But anyway, we're calling it the four-treller. The fourth of the four-treller, the evening game, it was Teacher Gully 14-13-97. I believe they won all 4 games. Modbury 5-7-37.
Tea Tree Gully, good side. They got us by a point. Very dominant ruckman, 7'1" Griffith. When we played him, was outstanding, and they've also got Mitch Sandley, Sandley back, is it?
Sandry?
Sandry, yeah, Mitch from South Adelaide, who's a good footballer. Well built.
What's their ruckman's name, sorry?
Griffith.
Oh, Michael Griffith?
Yeah, big lad.
Did he play any league football at all? Or?
Yeah, he came out of Waffle last year.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, is he a legit 7 foot?
Oh, lordy, he's huge.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow, wait.
Gee, what a pickup.
Yeah, you're not wrong. He dominated. Like we had them, we got down to within a point for the last 2 minutes. It was in our inside 50, and he won every tap.
Be interesting to see how he goes against the Flinders Park big fella.
Dodman, who's actually been moved into the ruck last week. I was reading. So yeah, that would be.
Well, he wouldn't be in the ruck. He wasn't named in the team sheet.
Oh, okay, well he could be, could he?
Yeah, he could be. He's got to be on the team sheet. Surely they'd be breaking the rules of the game, Sean.
Oh,
Hey?
gee.
Hey,
Now look, at the start of the year, you were the cardiac kid. You were 5-1. You were winning every close game. Everything was falling into place. You've hit a few hurdles since then. You've won one league at last 5, but probably footy karma. I guess I don't know if it's karma, but you've dropped a couple of games by less than a goal. I guess it all evens out in the end. But you're still 6-5. You must be pretty happy with the way you're travelling, mate.
Really happy, really proud of the boys. We probably got tipped to be up and back.
Yeah.
The yo-yo
Relegation.
trip. Yeah,
Yep,
relegation.
absolutely.
No one rated us. We lost 2 of those games by 1 point to Walkerville and Tea Tree Gully. Winnable position in both games. Got smashed against Uni, but I had 8 guys that were playing their first game virtually that day. We had a lot of outs. We've had 7 outs, 8 outs continually over the last 7 weeks. So even again last week to get up was good.
Yep.
And the fact that the 2 sides only by a point, they're both in the final 5.
Oh,
So-
strong sides.
Yeah, strong sides. Gullies are, I would say probably one of the strongest. Walkerville, yeah, I think you could beat them on a day. I think it was just the day, on that particular day, wasn't the best.
Well, we ran 20 seconds ago on the clock, 30 metres out, running straight goals and missed by an inch.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
He did.
He could have handballed over the top.
To Timmy Upton.
But but it's unfortunate. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't hold the guy for that.
It's only one player in a game that has 5,000 players.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
In both of those games we lost by a point. They had two dominant forwards that kicked a 7-goal and a 7-goal,
Yeah.
which knocked us around. Fisher for
Yeah,
Walkerville, he was a standout that day.
Big Braden, yeah.
Yeah, and Bolmeyer from Teacher
Yeah,
Gully
Josh
hadn't
Bolmeyer,
touched the
that
ball
kid.
all year.
No, yeah.
He popped up against us in the forward pocket and
He's a
hit
bit
7.
like a laconic. He's a bit of a Westhoff about him, but
Yeah.
geez, when he's on, he's on. He's
But
a
the
very
thing-
exciting footballer.
The thing about both of those games, I never had Josh Draper, who's our got
Fullback.
Brett Pryor, and then you got Josh Draper as the two keys.
Yeah.
And we just couldn't get the next matchup, and that just killed us.
Look, one thing that strikes me about this competition, and we have a Div 2 coach in every second week, and we've got a lot of Div 2 connections. I was there recently.
Yeah.
Is if you asked 100 people who's going to win the premiership in Div 2, you'd get a fairly even spread between Tea Tree Gully, Adelaide Uni, and Port districts. There really is. I don't think there's any certainty to this. And then obviously Walkerville and yourselves and Modbury would want us to have a fair bit to say about it as well. Really is still up for grabs, isn't it? It's anyone's game.
Well, I think we can beat them all.
Yep.
Right, that's where I think our football club's at. No, we haven't put our best team on the park yet. We are getting better. We're still a young group. We come up against teams that have got 4 or 5 or 6 guys that played league football or Div 1 football. I've got kids that have played under 19s football at the Magpies, and the other 15, the highest division of football they've ever played, they're doing it now.
Yeah.
So it's a real learning curve for our football club, and we're getting there quickly.
Could depth be your Achilles heel, just to play devil's advocate?
Oh, we get the boys and the bees are just not really putting any pressure on. We've brought a lot of kids up from the under 18s who, they're good for 2 or 3, but their bodies are just not strong enough to keep doing it for 4 or 5, 6 weeks in a row. But we, it does hurt us. We'd love to have that experienced guy that's played 100, 150 games of A-grade football,
Yep.
running around the B-grade, and you go, okay, just pop it in for 1 or 2, and just that old wiser head, but we just haven't had that.
I guess one of the things
Sorry.
I ask all the coaches is next year, I mean this year's not over yet, but do you look at a plan over the next 2 years as a coach?
We did that 2 years ago.
Yep. Are you
Yeah.
still doing it?
Oh yeah. It's
So you're in the job for next year?
nothing official, but I'd like to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've put a lot of effort and thought into. We know we're a community club. We can't go and purchase the best players.
Yeah.
So we need to develop. And over the last 7 weeks, I've developed 5 kids from the under 18s. They've all had 4 or 5 games of football. They will come on. We'll have guys that have played in country. They're talking about coming to play for us because they train with us. If we can get them, that'd be great. But we have to do it. I think probably the best way to make a great culture for your football club. You don't have the mercenaries come in, grab it, and leave.
Yeah.
That's the ones I don't like. And unfortunately, amateur league is sort of competing against country football.
Yeah,
What
it's
we-
huge money. isn't it?
It's huge money, and we don't go down that track, and that's probably all the power to our football club too.
So you'd be looking at the moment of, as you're playing, of what you can recruit or what you need to look at for next year?
Very much, yeah. I
The
like
odd
it.
player around the trap, I mean, there's not going to charge you an arm and a leg, but
No.
a player that could fit into the mould of your club.
We probably will work on the lines, the Sydney Football Club way of things. So try and redevelop or turn a footballer that hasn't had success at a Div 1 club that may want to come over to us and give them their chance, I gather.
I heard a rumour that some of Hosey's love children at North Haven are thinking of coming over next year.
That's easy talk. That's
We're not going to use that word in this interview either.
no.
So, right, let's get on to today's games if we can, Steamboat, because we need your expert analyses. If we
Top
may.
of the tree?
No, we're going to start with 9th place Old Iggy's hosting Modbury, 4th place Modbury. Modbury coming off a dirty day, I guess, against Tea Tree Gully, losing all 4 games. Old Iggy's are tipped in the budget to win. They need to win if they want to get outside the relegation zone, but I don't see it. I think Modbury will bounce back.
Might be the better side, but Iggy's have got the their big bodies up forward. If they get it to White can kick 8 or 10 in a day.
Yeah. Big Stephen White.
Oh, he's a big unit.
Yeah.
So there's their strength. They run well outside, but don't worry, Mudbury, Divi 1 team 2 years ago, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very strong at it, and Jolly's a very good leader.
Yeah, he is. Phil Harrison's coaching there. Yeah, I would suggest that Modbury will win that and win it reasonably easy. I think he's, don't forget, it's college side, a lot of the college boys head snow-wise at this time of the year, head to the snow. So I would suggest that...
Bit of a stereotype there, Dave, but
that happens.
Right.
Yeah.
The people that don't go to college can't go to the snow, obviously.
Yes, they can, but a lot of the college boys do like it.
Don't like stereotypes, Dave.
Yeah, but then again, I have problems with my blokes going to Bali.
Yeah, well, that's...
Yeah, well, that rumour's been going on. All the guys from Port go to Bali.
They still are. I got one arrived back this morning on the plane.
Maybe bought you a pair of
How do you do it
pumps.
during footy season? You commit to footy season. That was Adams West when he was coaching in Mitcham.
Yeah.
He had
Right
guys...
off 2 weeks of the year,
yeah,
couldn't he?
they decided to head to the snow and told him Thursday night.
Well, I'm meant to be in Melbourne as we speak, but
Well, I've got
greater wisdom prevailed.
7 good players this year, and 3 of them in the 2 1-point loss to a holiday in Melbourne.
Yeah. No good.
No, it hurts.
All right, Adelaide Uni, second place. Adelaide Uni host, 8th place. As I get my 50th text message from Russell Hart this week. Haven't answered one, but he keeps going. Adelaide Uni second, Prince Alfred 8th. Just logic suggests Adelaide Uni.
Uni a good side.
Yeah, I think Uni moving well at the moment.
They've got experienced players that just know how to step up, and they know how to link up, and they're very good outside players.
Yeah, they video games too, I believe.
Oh, I heard that, yeah. Yeah, it's great.
And Eastern Park and Walkerville, 10th place Eastern Park, 5th place Walkerville. Now, you had a look at Eastern Park first hand last week. I was still surprised to see that they haven't won a game this year. I reckon this is a massive danger game for Walkerville, and I think you'll be barracking for Eastern Park because you need them to drop one, or Walkies. I tell you what, I've got one of those horrible gut feelings. I think Eastern Park might just get the chocolates here.
Well, the boys in the Eastern Park team, they kicked 7 goals against us in the last quarter, the last 15 minutes of the game, and it's some of the best football I've seen all year. They moved it beautifully. They missed a big tall in the middle of the ground to get their hands on the ball. Perkins jumped over the top. Ali got over the top of their ruckman in the middle of the ground. But if they can get a 50-50 contest in the middle of the ground, look out.
Yeah.
Oh, they're dynamite. They really are.
I honestly believe that it's up at Eastern Park, isn't it? Yeah. Home ground will help them today, and I think Walkie boys would be a bit worried going up there. They're going to have a hard-hitting game. I'm going to tip Eastern Park as well.
It's strange, isn't it, that we've gone Eastern Park? It's just, I've just got one of those feelings today, especially you talk about, they might not have won against you, but those 7 late goals, just a little bit of confidence going into this week. They get a good start. They've still got the players.
Yeah,
so,
and Dusty, he's very attacking.
Yeah.
He's a good coach. He doesn't, there's no defensive. He's
Nice
just,
bloke, Dusty.
could be a 40-goal game. Could be 20 on 20.
yeah, 'cause it's not a big oval.
Depending on the condition of the oval, because the water runs down that mound from the club rooms onto the oval and it settles there. So,
3 versus 1, Port Districts and Tea Tree Gully. This is a arguably game of the round. We'll leave yours to game of the round because you're here, Steamboat. But again, I like Port District. I like the way they're travelling. Port District for mine in an upset over Tea Tree Gully.
I'm actually going to go for Tea Tree Gully because I think they're a better side. John Cock never played last week, and whether he's playing today, I don't know. But I think Tea Tree Gully are heading grand final wise, and they're on a roll at the moment.
District's playing really good football. Samson, the captain's leading them beautifully. Good lad to go with it. Their forward line is dangerous, but it could also be Achilles' heel to them. It's not a lot of speed there.
It's top heavy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. If they're marking the ball and getting first use from Samson and Gates and that through the middle of the ground, they're a very dangerous side.
Yeah.
If you can take that middle influence away from the District's lads, it could turn into a cracker game. A draw.
This is one game where I reckon Coach Kevin Baker could have a big say in it tactically. If he can come up with some good matchups down back to get some run coming out, I think, that might hurt Districts, like you said, but I'll go with Districts. And we'll go to the game of the round is Flinders Park in Portland because it's 7th versus 6th. And if you want to play finals, this is one you must win. Of course, it was a 2-point win and that absolute thriller on Anzac Day. One of the best games of footy you could ever wish to see.
4 points.
4 points, was it? Sorry.
Yeah, 4 more scoring shots. Should have won by more.
Yes,
Yeah.
and obviously you did well because you had the same amount of players on the ground as them, so you've been happy with that.
Yeah.
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
Jacko.
At Flinders Park, I think, they'd look at that as one that got away. I'm going to tip Flinders Park in this one, mate. Sorry.
No, that's all right. You don't know much about football, that's all.
No.
Yeah.
That's
I
true.
love that. How's that? Take that, young Harry.
Yeah, no, you bet.
Now, Flinders Park, although they've been playing well, I think they're going to come out all firing because I don't think Jack will make sure he's got the calculator so he can count the players. The poor guy's never going to live that down. But I think Portland have got enough. Bear in mind, the sides they've beaten, they've lost to by a point, are 2 top 5 sides and good sides. And Flinders Park have been done convincingly by both those sides. So I would say, based on that, I would go Portland.
By 36.
I'll go 32.
Okay.
So you obviously think you're going to win today?
Yeah, no, we're up and about. We're a couple more come back from injury.
Yep.
We have a really good contest with them. They're a club that
match up well.
Yeah, we do. They go in there with the name players, O'Hara and so forth.
Yep.
We go in there with kids. We let the kids run, and Jacko and tries to cover up. He's a bit defensive, a bit attacking. Tries to play a bit of smoke and mirrors. But at the end of the day, it's all about who gets their hands on the ball first. And I think we've got that edge on them with Bird and Co on the middle ground.
Yep.
Yeah, Bird's
Look, Steve,
football. Sharpie's been playing good too, so I would hope that he has another sensational game this week.
Oh, look out! If he's going to kick 10 goals the next 4 weeks of the game of football.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's playing well. What did he kick? 3 goals? What last
3,
week?
5, and 2 in full.
Yeah.
could have been 10. It's
Yeah.
always having you on great to have you on the show. You are a wealth of knowledge, mate. Is there anyone you want to thank before you go?
Better Health Pharmacies told me to let you guys know that they got specials on condoms at smaller size this week. So
Suit you, Tom. Suit you, Tommy.
Tommy, get down there.
Ching bang.
Yeah, that's 2 now. Albert and the Hotel have been really good to our group. Caltex look after us, and Prince of Wales. So always good down the port. Good
The
friendly
Element
pubs.
Hotel, you're wearing their colours, so it's good.
Yeah, they're Pete Bryan, good supporter of our football
Yeah.
club, and and get down there today. Should be a cracking day.
Beauty, mate. We got through without a Hosey reference, apart from one little one that Green got through.
Actually, it's surprising that Hosey Media don't sponsor you as well.
Wow, Hosey Media, what a juggernaut. It's been great having you on the show,
He
mate.
does.
I'm not touching that.
We wish you all the best for the rest of the season, mate.
Thank you,
Alright,
big fella. And
thanks,
get
Rick.
down to Better Health Pharmacy, so looking forward to seeing
Better
you
Health
again.
Pharmacies.
You can get a
can I
condom.
fitting?
Yeah, apparently they got that new 2-inch one out.
Yeah.
I just got a text
That's
from
so
Rusty
cute.
actually suggesting that there's a reason why I always piss on my feet. I piss on my balls because they're so small.
Yeah, no, you mean well, you're a good kid.
Hey mate, I love me footy and that's what it's all about.
That is.
The
Thank
views
you
of the
for your
station are
opportunity.
necessary, the same as the bird.
No, we gave the warning. Alright, thanks for that, mate. Good luck today, mate.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks,
Hooroo.
mate.
See you, Granny.
See ya.
Last week.